Each year, Americans spend a total of $15 billion on bottled water. The EPA, which regulates tap water, does an outstanding job enforcing strict quality standards. The UN believes water to be a human right. So why do members of a nation with access to a safe water source feel the need to pay for a human right they already have? The point of this film is to answer that question. Why are we throwing away our money on something we already have?
I'm Dan Jamar. I'm a professor in the Department of Energy, Environmental, and Chemical Engineering at Washington University.
Georgia Relich. I'm a senior account executive and brand strategist for a local advertising agency here called Dovetail.
I'm Sam Burroughs. I'm Vice President for Operations here on Unlimited Water Processing.
The main difference is going to be how they're provided. In many cases, the waters will actually be essentially the same. It's that the tap water in the U.S. is outstanding in terms of its quality, though the compositions of them can be very, very similar. They're both very safe, so the biggest difference is how it really gets from the source to you.
Well, I think that the whole bottled water industry was a genius move. I mean, it's probably paramount, or it's been unprecedented in the fact that we have gotten to a place where we have companies who get us to pay for something that we can get for free out of our faucets.
One of the things I think about with the bottled water, though, is the transportation costs. So water is heavy stuff. It's a low-value, high-weight product. So environmental impacts for a lot of materials, the transportation costs end up being a big part of it.
There's brands that stand behind these products. So certain products, certain bottled water, they're all not created equal. They might all be created equal in that they're water, it's water, it's water, it's water, but it really is about what we perceive them to be.
As a consumer, I think, there's definitely an effort to market this water as somehow being even higher quality than you could get. It's going to be equally as healthy as the tap water that you have available to you. The taste could be different.
Now that we've heard some thoughts on what bottled water is and why people drink it, we'll now hear from a member of the industry. Sam Burroughs, Vice President of Operations at Unlimited Water Processing, will tell us about how his local company manufactures and purifies bottled water.
We bottle water, spring water, and purified water. We deliver it to homes and offices. Comes here in a tanker, goes through a carbon filter, through a multi-stage particulate filter, and it's goes through an ozone generator and contact tank, and what the ozone does is it kills any bacteria that may be in the water. So that the water we bottle and the water that comes in from the county bear very little resemblance to one another. We have both a spring source and a municipal source.
Now, isn't a municipal source just tap water?
It's tap water, but it's, as I showed you when we came through, starts as tap water, but first it's carbon filtered to take out chlorine.
Municipal is just tap water.
That's correct. So municipal is just tap water.
No, I don't really drink a lot of bottled water. I don't really like the taste of it, to be honest. I feel like it's got this bottled taste. I don't know how to explain it, but I like just regular tap water. Fill it up in a bottle.
I prefer bottled water over tap. I don't think there's a big taste difference, but some of them, like, you would rather drink because of, like, the packaging looks better. Like, ones with waterfalls on it, you're like, ooh, I want to drink that. That looks fresh and nice and cold. I just prefer it. I think it tastes, like, fresher and cleaner.
Bottled water, just if I have to. If I can get water from the tap or water from the water fountain, and that's good enough, then I'll just take that.
It's interesting because in the U.S. we like to think this is the place where bottled water would really take off because people are willing to spend $1 for something that they could get out of the tap. But our tap water here is so good.
It was a genius move, and now we're moving a little bit away from it because it's not green.
a liter of water is about $1 if you walk into a local convenience store. If you buy it at the grocery store, you can get a gallon for maybe 69 cents when you're not going to get that on gasoline. But if you walk into your convenience store, buy a liter of water for $1, that's about $4 a gallon, so it is more expensive. I think the biggest thing is that people are used to spending $1 for a beverage, and they're not worried about that. And the convenience is really nice. If I had a little bit more forethought, I would have filled up a bottle before I left home. But I don't do that, and a lot of Americans don't. So I'd say the biggest thing is probably convenience.
So the bottled water is very different from the tap water you start out with.
Right. Exactly.
Does it taste better? Well, it comes from the mountains. It comes from the springs. I mean, that's the message that they send. But there might not be that big of a difference between what's actually in those bottles.
Most people, although there are a few exceptions, drink bottled water not because they truly enjoy it, but rather it's a convenient option that is marketed very well. From a global perspective, the perception that the people of the United States generate by paying for something that's already available virtually for free is unfortunately rather arrogant. To feel the need to pay for a free human right just because we can makes one wonder if in America, are we bottling rationality as well?